Howdy and happy Friday there, Roughnecks. And today's little, call it our little news brief of the scumbag things frauditors are doing. We're going to start off with one you may not have even heard of. And we're going to carry on to one I know you've heard of. And finally, we'll finish with one you wished you'd never heard of. So buckle up and let's get going. Enjoy, folks. This right here, boys and girls, is Mode Media. And as you see, his screen name is Sarge, and you sure recognize the tag or the initials after that. That is done as a FU Wrangler. And that's fine. You know, it's their free speech and all. If they choose to piss on a dead man's memory that they never knew, just to tell me F you, so be it. They can take that up with God. What makes him so special this week that he's caught our attention, as he is a relatively new channel, 200 some odd subs, and this is a video he recently made. Guess what? That's right, begging for money, which is no wonder he's a friend of Chrissy's. Now, the GoFundMe he has set up, which I'll show you in a moment, is being not only pimped by Chrissy, but even Tiffy is getting on it. So it makes you wonder, how much are they going to charge for their assistance? Now, this is his GoFundMe page. I'm guessing he got his instructions from Dumbwaiter, where he is wanting to fly his grandkid or great grandkid to kids to come meet their great grandmother before she expires. And, my deepest condolences to him for that. And he's claiming that the round trip tickets for 3 people is going to be $2,000. Well, here's the problem. Is if the airfare is only going to be 2 G's, why is he asking for $5,000? How much is he paying Dumbwaiter to promote this e-begging? But we'll carry on. So again, my problem is I've never had an issue with this gentleman. I've never had a conversation from him. I've never had an email from him. And this is the guy, everyone, I've learned is claiming that he has sent slanderous and defaming letters to my neighbors who he's never met, the church behind my house, which he's never met, with links to slanderous YouTube videos. And he has thrown in his own personal assertions of what he thinks about me, even though the only thing he knows about me is what he has seen off of YouTube or Discord drama whores. And he wants everyone to take his claim of military service as a reason to give him things. He wants to use it as an e-begging plus. And then he teams up with a documented, multi-state convicted woman abuser in which to make his crowdfunding have a higher chance for success. So if it's going to be $2,000 to fly those folks to you, what hotel are you planning on putting them up in that's going to cost $3,000? Why can't they stay with you? You're their father and grandfather, aren't you? You would think that you would want your family close by in a tragic time like this. Interesting. And yet, even though I've never one time asked anyone to give me a dime, they want to call me a grifter. This guy has the balls to slander me and defame me. But then again, he wants to turn to a documented woman abuser in a multi-time documented grifter who likes to use GoFundMe as his personal get out of financial jail free card. Remember, he wants to tell everyone another lie, which he says that JJ and I, we broke into his GoFundMes and we canceled them. But here's the problem. GoFundMe canceled 3 of his 4 frauds and grifts. The amount of evidence that was required, and I give Frauditor Watch the majority of that credit because that man worked his ass off getting the evidence and getting it to them. But the amount of evidence that was required to shut down that scam was ridiculous. So the fact that they shut down 3 out of the 4 because he was running a scam. And that's the best he can come up with. Oh, Wrangler and JJ hacked my GoFundMes. They broke into my email. I mean, the thing that actually makes me the absolutely most confounded is the fact that this Sarge here and Finkelbell are both apparently combat vets, but they don't have the instincts, they don't have intuition to know that the guy that they're buddying up to, the guy that they are getting in bed with, they actually believe this happy horse shit. So there you go. Dumbwaiter has gotten back into the GoFundMe scams. So I ask again there, Sarge, what percentage are you giving Dumbwaiter from your GoFundMe? But let's carry on, guys. I got another surprise for you. Well, since getting a job and earning his money, or at the very least running his channel honorably, putting out actual facts and, stop grifting and lying and begging people to give him money, he's decided that he's going to go a different route here and allow me to introduce you to Dumbwaiter's scam number 2, running into the weekend. All right, moving on, guys. We have some body cam footage. We're not going to go through that much of it, but everybody remembers a few weeks ago at the PGA tournament that was in Kentucky, one of the PGA members, Scotty Sheffer, he got into a little trouble with law enforcement, and that is the way it is. Nothing's been decided yet, so we're not going to start making assumptions yet. You're just not going to. But Dumbwaiter has decided how he's going to get in on this. Remember the video we made on Dumbwaiter a few days ago where he was taking advantage of that less than, we'll say, honorable congressperson who got arrested at the cell phone store. In this case, the politician was right because for him and his convenience, she was the right skin color. Now, he's going to, it doesn't matter. He's just found something to try to piss on the police about, but he's got a unique way he's going to make money off of it. Let's get into it.
I'm sure that most of you have heard about the recent incident involving world's best golfer, Scotty Sheffer, who was attending Louisville, Kentucky to go to a golf tournament at Valhalla Golf Club. Unfortunately for Mr. Sheffer, he ran into what we locals know as the government of Kentucky. In this video, we're going to watch some crazy stuff involved with Mr. Sheffer's case, including the prosecutors losing their mind, bringing up arguments in court that are completely irrelevant.
Quick question, Dumbwaiter. What law school did you attend again? Oh, that's right. You didn't even graduate high school. Carry on.
This is just an order. You're asking to remove to change the arraignment date from tomorrow until June 3rd. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay.
Under the right set of circumstances, when appropriate, the defendant may be dealt with
Remotely.
remotely, would be the word. Okay.
He's just asking to move the arraignment, not to waive his presence.
Correct.
Is that correct? Okay.
Yeah, that's the order.
Well, and I object. This man should be treated like everyone else.
And that's not what Mr. Romans is asking me.
Correct.
Mr. Romans is asking me to move the arraignment date, not waive his presence. How will the county be prejudiced in anything if the arraignment is moved?
They're objecting. He keeps referring to when appropriate, which is specifically referring to
Waiving
remote
the
appearance. There's nothing about inappropriate regarding moving a court date. It happens every day. And so Mr. O'Connell says, well, we don't want to treat him differently. Then go through and look how many cases are agreed to by continuance by the county every day. They are absolutely treating him differently.
Well, before we hear Dumbwaiter, who's been this week alone violating his own bond conditions for his baker's dozen charges, why don't we hear what Dumbwaiter has to say about this? Because really, I don't know why people are losing their minds over this, but let's listen to the infinite wisdom and experience in the law from a high school dropout who doesn't understand what a non-public forum is.
And as it turns out, this lawyer was 100% correct. They definitely treated Mr. Sheffer differently than they treat everybody else. Some of the prosecutors in this case are also the prosecutors against me in my Meade County case.
Well, thank you for sharing your obviously biased view into this case. That's okay. Thank you. Hey, what's wrong with your eyes, Chris? You know you're supposed to remain drug and alcohol free at all times, yes?
I'm going to lay out the step-by-step timeline with all the available stuff that was given to the public in Scotty Sheffer's case. And at the end of the video, I'll let you guys decide. Was there discrimination involved in this?
Oh, I don't think I'm a lot dumber than you thought that I thought I was once.
Here's another thing that is part of Dumbwaiter's strategy, as he claimed that some of the prosecutors that are prosecuting him, what he likes to do is make videos, his bullshit videos on YouTube about the judges, about the prosecutors, the cops that arrest them. He likes to slander them because what he wants are those prosecutors that are prosecuting him because it's their job, because he broke the law. He wants them to have to recuse. Because if he gets them to keep recusing, what happens is his case gets pushed down to another prosecutor who probably already has a full caseload. And he'll turn around, he's going to do that to them, and it'll go down to another one. It does the same thing with the judges. He claims that he's an advocate for the taxpayer, but yet he's costing the taxpayers a shit load of money because these judges and prosecutors are having to come down from the state level. The judges are having to come in from other jurisdictions. So, how are you advocating for the taxpayer again? And again, how are you qualified in any way to judge what these prosecutors are doing? Please, I would love to see some form of an educational achievement in the law. Hell, I'd love to see a damn high school diploma, but we know it doesn't exist, and you were too damn lazy and stupid to get your GED, even when you were locked up. I mean, just like you couldn't. Was there a reason that you didn't take the written test for your CDL? Could you not read it, Chris? Do you have a problem reading? Is that why instead of learning the true words that you come up with things like defamatory? Just out of curiosity. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and we're going to finish this tonight. I hope everybody has a great Friday, and I will see you all here in a little while. And again, thank you all that have sent just the warmest wishes and prayers to my family for this week. It's Wrangler. I'm out of here. I love y'all. Have a good one.